Hello, sweet love, and welcome to this new Yin Yoga class. Today we will go on a beautiful exploration throughout our bodies. And for today's class, you can have the props that you wish to have. Let that be a bolster or a block, but it's also totally fine if you don't have any props for today's class. They might come in handy, but they're not necessary. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So we're going to start today's class with a beautiful first Yin Yoga pose, also known as the forward fold butterfly, which you can choose if you'd like to have it supported or not. But to start with this, we will first bring our feet together in front of us with the knees towards the outside. The closer your feet are to you, the more intense it will be on the inner upper thighs and the hips. And if you put your feet further away from you, it's going to be a little bit more gentle. Please remember here that more intense or closer to you doesn't necessarily mean better. In Yin Yoga, we're really trying to see if we can go to 70% of our maximal capacity, so not taking it all the way. Make sure you can still gently relax, and whenever you're ready from that point, see if you want to gently fold forward over the legs. Maybe slightly, maybe not at all. See what you need, and if it gets too intense on the knees, you can always put a block or 2 books underneath them. And whenever you arrive at the point that feels like you're 70%, allow yourself to take 3 deep in and out breaths here. In and out through the nose. And we're starting here today with this first Yin Yoga pose with an invitation to look inwards. You're really working on the spleen meridian in this pose. And the meridians, they are energetic pathways throughout our bodies. And as for the spleen, it is really connected to thought. It is connecting to what's happening in your mind, to intellect. And maybe in this first pose, allowing yourself to observe whatever is happening in your mind. Observing it, simply watching it go by. Taking 3 last deep breaths in and out here. And then whenever you are ready, gently putting your hands on the outside of your legs and bringing your knees back together. From there, we will go straight into the next pose by simply lengthening your legs, extending them to the front. And from there, you can forward fold over the legs. So a seated forward fold is our next Yin Yoga pose. For a deep lengthening of the hamstrings and an invitation to dive deeper into your inner world. Explore what is alive inside of you right now. what wants to be seen and heard and felt. And then taking 3 more deep breaths in and out here. And then very slowly, whenever you're ready, gently rolling up again. Your head comes up last. Take your time here to just notice for a moment. Maybe you want to find some slight movement or just be in total stillness. Taking 3 more deep breaths in and out there. And then slowly we'll go into the next pose of today, which is known as fish pose or supported fish pose for the ones who want to use their block or perhaps their bolster. For a general fish pose, I invite you to simply lower down onto your forearms behind you. From there, you have the option to see if you want to tilt your head backwards with your face looking up or maybe even slightly towards the back. And for some of you, perhaps even putting the crown of your head onto the mat, allowing your chest to be open and forward. Some of you might want to use a block in many of your shoulder blades, like I am doing here. And also, if you prefer to simply lie on a bolster instead, with the bolster behind you, that's also an option. Wherever you land, allow yourself to take 3 deep breaths here, as coming from this inner world, we're gently opening ourselves up, our chests, our hearts, our front bodies, place where so much magic resides. And what do you want to show to the world? How can you allow yourself to be fully seen? Taking 3 last deep breaths in and out here. If you weren't using any props, you can gently find your way to lying on your back. Otherwise, if you were, first take a moment to push yourself up to a seated position again. And then take away the block or the bolster. And from there, slowly find your way to lying down on your back. Simply noticing here, taking a moment to really feel into what these first 3 poses, these asanas, have done for you so far. Now taking 3 more deep breaths here. And then we will gently find our way to our next pose, also known as twisted roots. If you have your preferable variation, feel free to get into it as you like. Otherwise, to get into this pose, we first bend our knees and put our feet on the mat. From there, we lift up our right leg over the left and allow the knees to gently fall towards the left side. If you want it a little softer, you can also simply put both knees on top of each other rather than twisting them. And you can put something under your knees to make the twist less deep. If you want to have a bit of a deeper twist, from that point you extend both of your arms to the side, 90-degree angle, and perhaps you look over your right shoulder from here. See how this feels and where you find your sweet spot, your 70%. And then again, taking 3 deep breaths here. Twists are really helpful in helping digest our food and also helping with, for example, cramps. But they don't only digest or transform our food. They're also known to digest certain thoughts or feelings that are still stuck in the body. So if you think about something that would like to be transformed and bring your attention there, what would it be? What is allowed to be transformed? Taking 3 more deep breaths in and out here. gently bringing your knees back to center, untwisting. And then we'll immediately go into the other side. So this time, perhaps lifting up the left leg over the right knee, allowing your knees to drop towards the right, and again finding the variation that feels right for you. Making sure that if you want to go a little bit deeper, you look over the left shoulder this time. And it's totally fine if your knees are floating or your shoulder is. And again, taking 3 deep breaths when you land there. What is allowed to be transformed, sweet love? Taking 3 more deep breaths in and out here. And then gently bringing your knees back to center, untwisting, allowing your arms, your hands to come back next to your body. Maybe some of you would like to find some little circles on the lower back with the knees into the chest. Maybe some would like to extend and find stillness. Simply observe. Wherever you are, whatever you need, take 3 deep breaths there. And from there, we're going to gently go into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. For that, I invite you to extend your legs, your feet to the outside of the mat, flopping open. Your hands slightly away from your body with the palms facing up, so your shoulders can relax. And then your chin slightly tucked in towards your chest, so the back of your neck can relax. Allowing yourself to get as comfortable as possible. If you need anything, feel free to grab it. Otherwise, landing in your Shavasana, taking 3 deep breaths in and out here. And while you land in your Shavasana, I'll read you a final poem by Mary Oliver, which is called Don't Hesitate. Afterwards, I'll leave you in a bit of silence. Whenever you hear my voice again, I will guide you out. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give into it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back. But sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything. Very likely, you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, do not be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. Whenever you are ready, finding a gentle bit of movement again in your fingers and in your toes. Maybe you would like to extend your hands up above your head, finding a deep lengthening stretch. Or perhaps making yourself into a little ball. And from there, whenever you're ready, finding your way up again to a seated position. Take your time. And once you are seated, on an inhale, bring your hands up above your head. And on an exhale, hands to your forehead for clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart for clear and loving intentions, and hands to the mouth for clear and loving communication, sending out wonderful energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing together today, sweet love. If you enjoyed this practice, please give us a like and subscribe. Share this class with a loved one or on your social media, because it does really help. We put a lot of love and effort into these videos, and we really hope to see you again soon. Wish you a wonderful rest of your day. May every day become a chance to ritualize your life. Bye bye.